Hello, we're here with Christian White with White and Associates Practice Consulting. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here today, Hilly.
Thank you for being here. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, our company works primarily with dentists, and we're a management consulting company. However, we're also starting to work with smaller healthcare-related businesses. And we've decided to transition a little bit because a lot of what we do is transitioning not just to dentistry, but we can also help other firms grow and help their practices become productive. We've been in operation for about 25 to 30 years. My father actually started the company. His name was Jay White, and so I'm kind of taking over. So we kind of got the father-son thing going, and it has been really a lot of fun. We do a lot for the dentist, and we really help them have a much better practice and really make them productive and profitable. It's a lot of fun.
That sounds amazing. So going a little off of that,
Yes.
How do you bring value to a dental practice or a dentist or another healthcare professional?
A lot of what we do is getting into a dental practice and kind of being a sleuth. We like to get into the practice and understand how does it work? How do the numbers work? And it's more than just numbers, but you need to understand, well, how is the recall system in a dental practice performing? Are we collecting money? Is the doctor getting a yes to when he's diagnosing dentistry? Is he getting a no? More than a yes, okay? How are all the systems working? And we have a way of being able to sit there and present that to a dentist. The other piece that we're able to do is we're able to come in and do what's called a team member analysis. And this is something where most dentists have no idea, or other healthcare professionals have no idea about this. It's how does the staff feel about coming to work every day? Yes, I did use the word feel, so this may turn off some of the male people who are listening to this, okay? But actually, the interesting part about the feeling piece is most of the staff in dental offices and healthcare professionals are female. And they have a feeling about coming to the office. And if they don't feel good about how they're being paid or how they're being treated, they will then in turn treat the staff the same way. And that basically ends up why the doctor has a low production or low collections, and he thinks he needs to beat the staff harder. Damn it, get the whip out and hit him. That's not the case. So those are some things that we do to really uncover the value. And we are able to put a treatment plan together and present it to the dentist or the healthcare professional. This is how we can come in and really help your practice perform and really do well.
So you and I talk a lot about what's going on in the industry. We kind of keep track of what's going on around the country. Can you tell me sort of the state of the union, like what's going on with dentistry around the country, locally, some trends that are happening?
Sure. One of the things, and we've kind of talked about this, is the rising overhead in dental practices. And it's not just dental practice, but I'm just going to focus on dental just for right now. Most dental practices, whether you're rural or whether in the Minneapolis area, are watching the costs of doing business going up, and up, faster in the last 2 years than we've ever seen it before. Yeah. And one of the big reasons for that is because of the labor piece.
Yes.
Trying to find a dental assistant today is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can forget about it. And hygienists are kind of the same way. And the interesting part is they know it.
Yes.
So in dental practices that have seasoned staff, the ladies in there are doing a lot of research online, finding out, I can go down the street for $1 more, or $50 more, or whatever it is per more, and they're leaving. So dentists are like, please stay, and I'll pay you more money. Great, and then you pay them more money. But the problem is it's not followed by an increase in production. We're not collecting that money. So the dentist is being put under more and more pressure, almost like a vice. And he or she is sitting there at night going, oh my gosh, how in the world am I going to make this work? And they're really losing a lot of sleep over it. That is a huge trend right now. That's going on. If one more real quick other trend, besides the labor piece and besides the overhead piece, then you can talk about the corporate dentistry piece and what that said. And just a real quick comment on that, they're one of the reasons that we're having a part of a labor shortage. They've come in and they are offering large signing bonuses to dental assistants, particularly to come work for me. Here's $3,000, come work for me. So that's another little piece that's kind of going on.
So just to go off of that a little bit, what have you been seeing with corporate dentistry in the labor market? Are people staying there? Because at least what I've been hearing is they're having a hard time retaining those employees. So the employee might leave your private practice, but do they stay and maybe come back? Or sort of what can make a practice owner feel a little bit better about the fact that, corporate dentistry is offering all this stuff, but, is it better to work for corporate dentistry?
When you get in the mind of a per hour employee and they only think per hour, then you're dealing with someone who will leave for 50 cents more or $1 more without even thinking about what are the consequences of of where I'm going. Is the environment better? Is the doctor better? You know, am I going to be treated better? And that most of the time is not the case. Now, in corporate dentistry, their model is kind of like how McDonald's serves food. You know, it's very fast, it's very low cost, and it's meant to get you in and get you out quickly. Because in a corporate dental office, they need to keep their overhead low to be able to ensure that they have a profit. So if you put yourself in that model, just as a dental assistant, for instance, I mean, you are getting your aerobic exercise every day with ever having to go to a gym. Now, some people like that, but a lot of people are kind of like, oh my gosh, you know, I just got myself into this mess. What in the world am I going to do now? Oh, and the signing bonus that they promised me, I don't get that right away. I get that prorated over at least a year or two, so I don't get it right away. So those are things that they don't think about. So as a private dental office and a private dental person, owner, excuse me, they can kind of relax a little bit knowing that, well, there's a good chance that they come back, and they do. A lot of them do, because they didn't have a good experience there. So that's part of kind of what's of that piece.
Well, and just to add on to that too, millennials, being an old millennial myself, I can relate that, you know, pay isn't always everything either.
Correct.
You know, it's your experience in work, and if you offer a better experience at your workplace, you know, sometimes that money doesn't really matter because you're not gonna be able to enjoy that money going out. So just to kind of ease the mind of maybe, you know, dental practice owners. So what makes you unique in your marketplace? What sets you apart from your competitors? Tell us a little bit about how you bring something different to the table.
No, that's a great question. One of the things that we do is we take an interest in helping the staff to be productive in a dental practice. To a dentist, they don't have the first clue in the entire world on how to deal with staff problems. It's like, you know, they get the whip out and it's like, for crying out loud, just do it faster. Wait, just do it faster, come on. And that drives people out of the dental practice, and the doctor can't figure out why he always has a labor problem, okay? You know people like that, and so do I.
Yes.
So they're very
No, I
exciting
don't.
clients.
What are you talking about?
So one of the things that we do is we take a different approach to running a dental practice. We can come in and help the staff be productive business young ladies. And I change their mindset from a per hour mindset to how much can I give in terms of energy to the dental practice on a daily basis, because I feel that I'm worth something. And I'm able to come in, and not only can I raise the lady's self-esteem, which is in most cases is really low, which really surprised me when I started working with dentists, but I can come in there and change that, and I can show them how they can have more money, and at the same time they can contribute to the overall productivity of the office. And I can show the dentist how he or she can have that happen, and they in turn will also profit from that. And it works beautifully well. I mean, we can get the production up in a dental practice at least 30% in the first year.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
That's amazing. So we've kind of talked about a little bit about some tips on how to be successful in the marketplace. We've talked about labor. What are some other tips or advice that you would give to dentists in order for them to be successful in the marketplace?
I would say this piece, the biggest piece, and this kind of gets back a little bit to the corporate piece, is remember, you're not in the tooth business, you are in the experience business. In dentistry, the dentists forget that it's all about the tooth you put in someone's head. Wrong answer. Thank you for playing. No, it's not. It's all about the experience the person leaves. It's all about a feeling, not a filling. It's a huge deal. And most dental practices don't get that, and they suffer because of it.
I like that, a feeling, not a filling.
It is.
That's a
It's
good,
immobile.
should trademark.
It is.
Yes.
I'll trademark that.
So give me one thing that every dentist kind of hidden gold mine in their practice. What's sort of that hidden piece of information or thing that's in their practice that you would that maybe they should know about and you can help them with?
No, sure. The biggest piece that, this is the most exciting piece in the dental practice. Staff line up to do this. It's called delinquent recall. I'm kidding, I'm being funny. But delinquent recall list in a dental practice, most dentists do not know how to even bring the report up. Most office managers don't know how to do it either. And that's not an insult, it's, you know, I'm being a little funny. But on a delinquent recall report, most offices have between 200 and probably 300 patients who are sitting on that list who need to be called, who haven't been in. That represents a huge amount of days that we could add to the hygiene schedule if we could get them to come in. Not to mention the fact nobody knows how much is a delinquent recall phone call in my office worth. It's an hour of the doctor's time and an hour of the hygienist's time. You're talking $700-800 per phone call. So if you can get someone to mind the delinquent recall and get them to call, it's $800 a phone call, baby. They'll outproduce the dentist any day of the week and twice on Sunday. That's a huge deal.
Nice. Well, this has been wonderful. Thank you for coming here today, and I can't wait to hear more about it.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for your
Thank you
time.
very much.